Alright, this has been recorded later, but I'm just adding this to the beginning of this episode because I mentioned before that I missed the introduction of Yasod because of the fact that I played the game a little bit already. So I found out that you actually can rewatch any cutscenes that you've unlocked in this menu. So I just thought it'd be good for me to read this out and get you a proper introduction with Yasod. Manager, you are the head of this corporation. You're supposed to set an example for others, but that outfit would warrant at least 10 penalty points in our department. The manager should be no exception. However, the rules state that a Sephira has no authority to impose a penalty points on the manager, so I suppose I must let you off for now. I'm Assad, the Sephira of the Information Team. The Information Team is in charge of processing and archiving all the data of our company. New information is generated every day and we need to ensure that the information is accurate, so we must concentrate and focus on our job at all times. It may be compared to a massive biblioteca. A single bit of misinformation could lead to an uncontrollable disaster. I am sure you can understand the gravity of my work. Every sliver of the information that you read contains the despair and desperation of our employees. Please do not think lightly of that information. It seems you're curious about my outfit. I have an aversion to exposing any part of my body. I don't exactly remember when I started feeling this way, but it's likely that I've been in this way ever since I joined the company. Yasod, do you have any spare paper? Our department could use some. Netzak, the rules state that we're not supposed to trade resources between teams. It should be in the very first page of the Sephira manual. Alright, stop giving me that sharp look, Mr. Viper. Well, I'm heading out. Not in the mood to get bitten today. What are you trying to say with that expression of yours? Is this entertaining to you? Does the nickname make you laugh? My apologies, I overreacted a bit. The other Sephiroth simply use my nickname as a joke. But others use it in a more serious manner. I know there are many employees who genuinely despise me. Nicknames may be a childish thing, but there's no better way to describe a person in such few words. I personally like my nickname. What's your opinion, manager? I'm sorry, I know that everyone hates Yasod, and I don't like Yasod. Okay, that I kind of like Yasod. I just don't hate him as much as everyone else does. I'll put it like that. So I'll say this, just because everyone always picks the other option. Seems we're in agreement then. I should get going now. I need to finish today's work. Oh, and I must send you the next assignment. Please, to be honest. So let's start the day. How much fortitude do I have now? 4, yeah, I forgot. Okay, so there's our new abnormality. The Bloodbath. Yeah, yikes. So, I guess I'm just sending Nico in to work with this thing. I don't even remember what work it likes. I'm gonna say not repression. I'm gonna say attachment. I'm just gonna say attachment because Nico needs his temperance up. Nico's wrist aches when they look at the bloodbath. I know that we technically shouldn't know this thing's name yet, but, you know, screw it. If I already know it, I'm going to say. Besides, it's not really very surprising. Looking at this abnormality, you can probably guess it's going to be called Bloodbath. Depression is a disease of the mind. We are the first doctors who discovered how to be happy. Medicine to heal the body has developed at such a tremendous rate. Meanwhile, treatments for the mind lie stagnant. Well, we got a good result. Right, let's find out this thing's gimmicks. When Christopher, so just a random employee, who had level 1 fortitude, okay, it's fortitude, a hand stretched out of it and dragged Christopher into the depths. The same phenomenon occurred with an agent who had level 1 temperance. Okay, so it's both fortitude and temperance, that's why I was, okay, right. Okay, it's good that I read that, because I was thinking, maybe I can send Ralsei in here. And then Ralsei would have just got well, actually, I did just upgrade his temperance, but still. A pale hand surfaced from it after it had absorbed an employee. As the number of hands increased, the number of PE boxes produced would also increase. So technically, if we wanted to, we're not gonna, we could sacrifice employees to this to increase the energy output of it, but you know, no. I'm gonna send Grouse to do more attachment work with this while I send Nico in to do attachment with this again. Nico can feel the sadness of the bloodbath. I've already seen that one. Nico can see upcoming hardship and many ordeals in the future. No matter what they do, it will only result in failure. Caution, when it has 3 hands, the safety of the next worker cannot be guaranteed. It seems it will absorb employees regardless of the work result or virtue levels. Okay, so basically if it gets 3 hands... I actually didn't know this, because I've never seen people actually sacrifice anyone to it, because, you know, it's not really worth it. But if you get 3 hands, if you send someone in, it doesn't matter how good they are, then it will kill that person. And then I guess it goes back to a 0 hand. Attachment seems to work. I'm just going to check repression. I'm going to guess it's going to be bad. Yeah. And I'm not going to spend any more, so that next time we work on it, we can get the escape information. I wonder how many of our rookies are going to die today. I don't know, Nico, but probably a substantial amount. Probably a substantial amount. I haven't even been paying attention. What damage is it doing? Black damage? Well, actually, it just looked like Nico's sanity was damaged and not his physical health. That was white, wasn't it? Yeah, so it's white damage. Yeah, that's white damage. And you can actually see the endure thing coming up. That's because our armor makes white damage deal 10% less. Alright, escape information. Does not escape, didn't think so. Just wanted to double check it didn't have a Q counter. Again, I'm calling them a Q counter now because it's just a lot easier than clip off or cliff off. Okay, meltdown. QT. Adam should probably do it now. Adam's the one who needs justice up now. What about insight? Neutral, that's kind of what I expected. Instinct? Neutral. So yeah, I'm guessing it just likes attachment. Okay, the next thing is Violet Dawn again. Huh. There's 4 different Dawn events, so I'm surprised it's given us Violet Dawn twice in a row. Meanwhile, I'll get this healed up just in case. I mean, I've been pretty good about remembering to not do repression next, but I'm not going to sit around and leave this limping without doing insight work on it, just in case, obviously. Just does it matter what work I do on this anymore? Yeah, okay. Once my insight gets to... Oh no, I still want to do insight. Because basically, once my stats get high enough, even if I do insight, it's not going to like it. It won't like anything. So I was going to say maybe I should just do instinct or attachment then, just to get stats up. Even though technically it doesn't like those as much, but those are very low and this is just low. So actually I probably will just stick with insight. Also, I didn't even realise I was still on play while I was reading that. That's a mistake I'm going to make too much. Okay, so yes, it does like attachment. We got the wrist cutter armor. White damage, 2 to 3 damage, but very fast, but very short range. This armor kind of sucks. It's only good against white damage. It does reduce white by 40%, but the Void Dream armor I think also does that, and it's not weak to black. Yeah, Void Dream armor is better. But obviously I'm still probably going to get this just for the sake of saying I have it. And just having it as an option. Right, well then I guess you're going back in, Nico. Again. Yeah, Bloodbath. And its ego gift is wrist cutter, hand. Success rate +2, work speed +2. Okay, so that's good. I'm guessing you don't have this yet. No, you don't. What's the drop chance of it? 8%. Oh, okay, so it's not that low a chance. It's actually higher than Forsaken Murderers, which we got the gifts for pretty quick. Okay. So what's the best way to set this off? because is Ralsei actually the weakest employee anymore, or is it Robertus? No, Robertus has high justice though. But what's his weapon? Oh, it's the Void Dream weapon. I think Ralsei's the same. Yeah, they're both Void Dream, and this is red and this is pale. Okay. Yeah, to be honest, it probably still is Ralsei who is the weakest, but not by much. Let him heal. And send him in to do attachment work again. And be ready. Gain an understanding of what is incomprehensible. They dream. Staring. Okay, Nico, you're killing that. And, oh, that's actually a decent spawn for this one. It's not too far away. So Robertus and Adam can get right on that. So we saw Nico destroy last time, so let's see Robertus and Adam go in this time. Dealt with it. Oh wait, has Nico actually not killed it yet? Oh, it was very close that time. But I suppose now the stats are more balanced out. Before, Nico clearly had the lead. Having high justice is so nice, just because they can actually get to places quickly. It's so frustrating when they're not in the right room, and you just need to send them to a room, but they're just so slow. I mean, right now, that's mostly just for when a meltdown happens, like you saw Ralsei didn't make it to Wanson in time earlier. But, later on, it's also going to be important for when ordeals start, and, like, you need someone to be at, like, where all the things spawn to stop them from killing a whole bunch of pawns, and, they just don't get there in time. It does feel in character that Ralsei is the person I constantly set to do attachment with a Forsaken Murderer. Did I get both the... No, I didn't get the second armor, but I have it now. Workday complete. So Robertus is up to 44, great, so he's 4 in everything, good all-rounder. Nico now has full temperance, and also has... Why does the prudence say that it's gone from 4 to 3? Wait, his SP's gone up. What? I'm confused about that one, but okay. He lost prudence then? Okay. Adam has gained prudence, and has gained justice. I'm surprised he didn't gain temperance, but I mean, justice is what I was interested in, so I'm not too sure. And Ralsei now has 3 temperance. Pretty good. Yeah. Okay, I thought he was making more stats for that, but still, pretty good stats. Maybe there is a thing where, like, after a bit, it will, like, start purposely reducing the benefits of it. I actually don't know if that's a thing. That would make sense, because it feels like you can just farm infinitely otherwise. Oh my god. You pressed it numerous times, and you still have something you want to know about it? Okay, so this might be someone that that interests you, but I'm not taking it under any circumstances. All this is a button, which if you press it, is going to kill everyone. And to keep it vague for you, if you don't want too much spoiled about it, it's going to do things that make it hard for you to remember not to touch it. And I know that sounds very dumb, but like, just trust me, it pulls tricks. The main reason I'm not taking this is that what happens when you press it, depending on how you press it, is so bad that sometimes it can cause permanent damage to your save file. Well, I say that. It's not like, I don't think it's a bug. Like, it's argued, like, some people think it's a bug, but I don't actually think it is. Basically, you can permanently lose weapons and armor and have to get it back. That is really, really bad. So, I'm not even taking the chance that I permanently lose any of my weapons or armor. So, I'm not taking that. But then, this one, I know what this one is, and I really don't want to take it. So, I really hope that this last one is something I want to take. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know, this one's such a boring one in my opinion though, but like, I really don't want to take this. Because this one is actually nothing to do with the roulette really, which is kind of confusing based on its quote. But basically, what it's referring to is to keep as much vague about this while still telling you a bit about it as possible. This abnormality, when its Q counter reaches 0, it will start doing something to reduce the Q counters of every other abnormality in the facility. And if you don't, the only way to stop it from doing that when it happens is to send someone in to sacrifice it, to let it eat them, and then that appeases them and stops them doing it. Now, technically, I can just never let them melt down, and then that wouldn't be a problem, but it feels like wishful thinking to say that. And, God, I really don't want to have to be forced to sacrifice someone to this just to appease it. But again, okay, the only reason I'm unsure is because this is a Hay class, or a HE class, which is a higher class than Teth, but that's actually a reason I want it, because that means it's probably going to have better weapons and better armor. And we're doing so well with the abnormalities we have right now, I want to take more dangerous ones. And this one I know is only a Teth. Screw it, I'll probably big this one up a bit for you now, that I've talked about how mysterious it is. Well, not mysterious, but like dangerous it is. It's not that bad or anything, it's just if it does go wrong, it goes wrong so bad. But yeah, the reason why this is its quote is because, like, the idea is that in the lore, like, when this thing does get unhappy and it starts letting other things out, they do a roulette to decide which one of the employees has to sacrifice themselves to it to stop it. So that's why that's saying that. So yeah, since I'm going to pass on this, I'll tell you vaguely what this is. This is a teddy bear that's been abandoned, and basically it likes attachment and it seems very nice at first, but then if you send the same person in twice, since it's been abandoned, it's like got attachment issues, and it will hug them so tightly to make sure they never go away again that it will literally kill them. So this one's pretty easy to deal with. You just have to swap out your workers. You know, you can use the same two people as long as you alternate. Don't send the same person in twice. Yeah, I guess I'm taking this. I really didn't like that selection. If one of your subordinates who is harvesting energy from an abnormality to meet the quota shall face certain death doing so. This is a very basic question, so I'm certain you know the right answer. I mean, I'm just gonna employ basic human empathy here. Hope you don't mind that. It's so simple, I cannot believe that I have to remind you. The manager's role is to oversee energy production, and that only. You are not here to take care of the employees. Not that I've known you for a long time, but I never took you for such a humanitarian. Well, I am sorry for being a fucking human. Lobotomy Corporation is an industry giant, and his mission is to produce energy is our top priority. It was such a simple question for me, however. Mayhaps not for you. Oh my god, she's breaking out the mayhaps. If I were human, how disappointing. Leslie. Oh, I did not mean to skip that. Please do not worry. I will not make such a statement. I'm an AI after all. Yeah, but you basically just said that. Greetings, manager. Would you like to expand? Yes, I would. I would like to expand. I just realised, what was my quest? Because I don't think I even paid attention to what my quest was. So I don't actually know what I was supposed to be doing. Anyway, I'm going to swap. Okay. Does Roberta still want to be on the range one? Yeah, probably. I'm going to swap Ralph out so that he has the wrist cutter. It's basically like Voidbeam's weapon, but with more damage, but shorter range. Well, much shorter range, because it's not a gun, and it's on top of that, it's a short range melee. So what was the armor for this again? Oh yeah, it's like Void Dreams, but worse. Alright, well, since Adam is no longer working exclusively on the suit of armor, I really wish they just did click and drag like they do before on the other menus. With this menu, it's a bit finicky. So I guess I could send Adam to instead use... Well, we don't have any black damage in the top half, so yeah, I guess the wrist cutter. Yeah. Yeah, this is good, right? Would Robertus rather have? No, because... Yeah, this is all what we want. I don't know, I'm just thinking that this... Voidbeam's armor seems decent to me. Well, not great, but like decent for attack class, but I need to remember I don't have any black damage dealers yet, so it's not actually that useful. So yeah, that's correct as it is. So we could technically get a third employee here. Actually, yeah, we should probably get a third employee here. Ashley, I don't think so. don't mind me while I just... We now have the Flower Boy Basil from Amore. I've only upgraded his Temperance, because I think I'm going to send him to work on Forsaken Murderer mostly, and I actually want him to have 1 Fortitude, even though that means he has low health, because then he will be able to he'll be able to get good results with the Forsaken Murderer for longer before he becomes level 3. Obviously, it's perfect when he's level 2, but if he can do it at level 1 without dying, then that's good. And obviously, I've turned up his Temperance so that he gets a high success rate, because when he doesn't succeed, that's when he gets hit. So if he has a high success rate, he'll get hit less. So basically, we're going to start this day with figuring out does Forsaken Murderer kill Basil, which hopefully does not happen. And you see, now that I'm so used to this terrible item menu thing where like you have to click and then click instead of click and drag, I'm trying to click and click to put him in here when you actually drag him on here. Okay, right. Anyway, let's give Basil his armor. So he needs something that resists physical. I guess I could give him regret since I was using that. Yeah, it's the highest red resistance we have besides Nico's armor, which I'm keeping on Nico. And his weapon, I'm probably going to have another... Well, actually, do I want another white damage? We do not have a red damage dealer in our information team yet, so otherwise I would have put... Actually, you know what, I'll put... Okay, this may seem important, I'm not doing it on purpose. I'll put that on the wrist cutter. I'll put Ralsei on the red damage, because Ralsei's got the Fortitude for it. Oh, I just realised Ralsei's also now got the ego gift from Wanson, that's good. So he gets more SP. So yeah, yeah, I mean, I think that these are pretty similar. The regret hammer is probably better, but to be fair, like, I think it's better if we just like spread it out so we've got one of each. That's good. Let's start today. Yeah, I hope you hate this thing as much as I do already. This thing is horrible. Like, I'm not... This is one of those ones where I'm not even scared of it, it just makes me very uncomfortable. And, yeah, that's not great. Anyway, first order of business. How does Basil do when I send him to work on this? So this is the true face of Lobotomy Corporation. Yes, it is, Basil. Don't die. Okay. The damage resistance is helping. I think he's gonna get through it, but it is a bit sketchy. If you can get the ego gift, that'd be perfect, because that increases his health. Only by 2, but like, when his health is this low to start, that's probably significant. Yeah, that looks relatively safe to do for now. I would just got to make sure that I never send him back in without letting him heal again. Right, this motherfucker. Okay, right, I don't remember everything about this. I want to say it was attachment, which, honestly, that would be annoying if we have another one that we do attachment with here, but, you know... Let's try. Or maybe Instinct. I'm going to try Instinct just because Nico's already max attachment, and I'm definitely saying Nico in, because Nico I feel like has the best chance of not dying. I'm pretty sure this doesn't have an insta-kill ability, but like, I don't trust myself to 100% remember that. It's so premature that it does not even have organs properly formed. Coated in an unidentifiable slime, it's completely dissimilar to other babies, which are wrapped up in warm blankets, happily cooing and dreaming. Once in a while, it babbles just like any other baby. However, all the employees recognise that this is not just a simple babble. Well, this actually has a very high success at the moment. Maybe just because Nico's got such high work success rate, but still. Wait, there's... What? Oh god, I hate them. Why do we have literally the two abnormalities that make heavy breathing sounds right next to each other? Anyway, Nico looks back to check on it. Luckily, it gets through Nico's work without crying. It opens its mouth and licks its lips. Its pitch-black pupils secretly show its instinctual desire. But we got through it. So I think I know what these tips are going to be about, but I'm nervous I'm forgetting like one thing, and I think we've already found out that Instinct's what it likes, so here we go. When the work result was normal, there was a low probability the Q counter would go down. So we can't even get a normal with this thing, we have to get goods. It depends how high the counter is, but still. When it was bad, it went down with a high probability. When the counter reached 0, it began crying. Employees who heard its wail complained of a headache. Furthermore, the Q counters of all nearby abnormalities gradually decreased over time. Yep, just like I said. And I swear, I've only heard this thing cry once. It's horrible because like most of the time it sounds human, but then every now and then there'll be an especially screechy bit where it sounds like slightly unhuman. It's something about it. It's just like, God, I hate it. It's like the worst sound in the world. So I never want to let this thing get to that point. Anyway, I guess we'll keep sending Nico in. I'm pretty sure Ralsei can handle this, but again, I'm not taking any chances. In fact, I'm going to let Nico fully heal. Just to be extra safe. I would send Ralsei in to work on this while we were doing this, just to be time efficient, but if I do that, I'll start the next meltdown, and I don't want to start that until we're all ready. Around it, unrecognizable objects resembling an umbilical cord are messily scattered. Despite being a room where a baby resides in, it is eerily quiet of any whines or cries. Big, pitch-black pupils gaze at nothing. They don't even blink. Oh, wait, I thought that was the one we already read, but it wasn't. Nico takes a moment away from the work and approaches it, barely keeping a smile as to not alert the fetus. All of a sudden, it turns its head and gazes at Nico, who had almost finished their work. There is no ill intention in its watch whatsoever. However, it is surely not the gaze of a creature that thinks of its eyed interest as human. While it was in a crying state, only redacted work could be done. I think you can guess what redacted work is. Nicole was selected by the roulette for redacted work, then they quietly walked into the containment unit. After a moment of turmoil, the crying stopped. I hate this thing. I really hate it. Okay, repression is low, that's what I thought. Instinct seems to be working, so let's see, attachment, low. Oh, it doesn't like attachment. I thought it did. I thought it was at least neutral to it. Also, we don't even have an observation level 2 yet. Damn. I guess maybe, I think you have the best chance of getting better observation levels when you buy the escape or basic information, that's probably why. Alright, so the next work triggers a meltdown, so we're going to send Basil in to work on this. And it's one sin. I was about to say maybe we should just wait for Basil to finish this and then send him to go get this, because he'd be the one who'd benefit the most from Prudence work with one sin, but he's just got no justice, so he's going to move slow, and he's not got super high temperance, so he's not going to finish this work quick enough. So I'm going to send Ralsei to do it. Ralsei also has pretty low prudence at the moment. Okay, Amber Dawn is going to be our ordeal. Okay, Nico. Wait, why did I select repression? Don't do that. You scared me then, game, when it said it's possible you made some sacrifices. That's all I read, and I'm like, did someone die? Are you serious? And it was just saying you probably made sacrifices to get half the energy. No, I didn't. It's 120, it's easy. SMH game's scaring me. Yeah, I think we've probably seen all of these by now. Because, oh, that's a new one. Unlike other babies, Nameless Fetus does not whine nor search for its mother. There's its name. How ironic. Nameless Fetus, there's a lot more of these than there are for other abnormalities. Nameless Fetus closes its eyes. This is certainly not an act out of tiredness. Nameless Fetus only desires one thing. Okay, well, I don't know what his counter is, so I think I want to know that. Yeah, of course it's one. Of course it's one! Okay, so if we even get one normal work result, that can be enough to have to sacrifice one of our employees to not die. Like, when I say die, I mean everyone die. We still have to have someone die. Okay. So the ego gift is a 4% chance. It will take 2 of our health and 2 of our SP, but it will increase our movement speed, attack speed, and reduce the white damage we take. That sounds decent. Does Nico have it? No, they don't. Well. I swear this wasn't here before, the work success thing. I don't think that was an information team upgrade I got, right? If you happen to hear a child crying, that means that soon one of us will have to disappear for good. Nico has just entered the containment unit. However, Nameless Fetus does not respond to their entrance like other babies would. Once in a while, Nameless Fetus babbles just like a... Oh wait, yeah. While working, Nico makes some sort of rhythmic sound to Nameless Fetus, as if they were carrying a child... Caring... I just had a moment where I read that as caring, then reread it as carrying, then reread it as caring, then reread it as carrying, and then realised it was caring. For a child on their own. Of their own, not on their own. All of a sudden turns its head and... Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I can't afford this one. So yeah, instinct was correct, and it's only high instinct that it appreciates. Well, we've got high work success now. Nameless Fetus feels hunger, and all of a sudden stares at Nico. Nameless Fetus's pure evil in its gaze penetrates through the employee. Okay, we've got enough to finish the day, but we're obviously not finishing. I don't even know what this profile picture is supposed to be, but this also makes me uncomfortable. Okay, this actually, I'll admit, does actually genuinely creep me out a bit, and I don't even know why, but it just does. Oh god, I didn't even notice that sound before. I'm guessing that was Nameless Fetus. Oh. Oh wait, it's counted at 2, but it says it's got a counter of 1. Can you increase it? It just went down. I'm gonna guess that was just a small bug. Right, well anyway. So, we've got HE class armor, of course. We've got a ranged white weapon, which has long range and shoots very fast. Okay. I was disappointed when I saw 3 damage and another white weapon, but very fast fire rate and long range could be good. And the armor is, it's kind of just like Void Dreams. I mean, technically it is better than Void Dreams, but, you know, it's similar. So, not that crazy about the armor. Weak to red, weak to pale, strong against white, strong against black. Okay. Well, obviously I'm going to keep working on this to work towards that armor. It seems as long as we only send Nico to work on this, who obviously has high success rates and good fortitude, it's not going to get a bad result. Otherwise, it would be wait, what is the threshold for a bad result? Okay, a neutral is 13. So as long as we get more than 13 every single time we work on it. How much is it to get the... Oh, 45. Jeez, it's expensive. Okay, right. We're going to send Basil in to do instant work with Forsaken Murderer and get ready for the ordeal. Oh boy. Okay, perfect food, a perfect meal, an excellent substitute. Okay, well we got a swarm of them over here, and we got a swarm of them down here. Well then, go, I'll say, Robertus and Adam. I really hope they don't kill too many pawns before they get there. I love how much faster Nico got there than Ralsei with all that justice. Are you guys doing okay up here? Yeah, they're gonna be fine. These things are... Actually, what are their resistances? They're vulnerable to physical damage and pale, which is good for us because we got pale damage with Nico and a decent amount of physical. And they deal red damage. I remember that they deal red damage. So the only one who's in a bit of danger is... Oh, it's Robertus that's taking that damage. I was about to say Adam because his armor is vulnerable to Oh no, I swapped it out. No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. Wait, what is this armor again? What? Where did it? No, he's got wrist cutter. So no, he's not vulnerable to red. I don't know why Roberts is taking so much damage then. I guess he's just got lower fortitude. But not much lower, it's still 4. No one's dying, right? No one's dying. Whoa, Nico. Whoa, how much health do you have? Oh, you still have half. The perfect food. Okay. Well, we dealt with that alright. Wait. I didn't just realise, where's Basil been this whole time? They've been fine, right? Yeah, they've been fine. They've just been in the regenerator. Just because I know that I sent Basil to work on this, but then when he left, I just wanted to make sure no one caught him in the corridors, but luckily they didn't spawn there, so it looks like it was fine. Right. Well, I'm going to keep waiting for Nika to heal and then working on this continuously until I have all the armor I need for it, so then for the rest of this playthrough, I can just completely ignore this abnormality unless it melts down. Because I do not like... Even when you have super high success, since it's all chances, technically I could still get a neutral result and then have that neutral result have the low chance of lowering the counter. God, why does this have a counter of 1? I don't understand if I had a counter of 2, but like... I'd say either make it so like only a bad result sets it off, and you can't set it off from a neutral, or if you can set it off from a neutral, at least give you 2 chances. Because it just feels like I never want to work on this at all. Because even though it's been good every time so far, I know it's not guaranteed that that's how it's going to be every time. Even when I get really good stats and send in the best employees for it, there's still a small chance it will just completely screw me over. Like, I think if this counter hits 0, if I get one normal work result that decides to lower the counter, I think that's just an instant day reset for me. I mean, to be fair, only one person dies when I sacrifice to him, but like, you know... I guess it's because I'm like trying to set up a really good run, and that means I really don't want to go any days without someone dying, but with someone dying. Of course, we only have 2. Oh wait, it's 3 to be fair. I was about to say we only have 2, but still, we only have a couple meltdowns, and of course they hit one hits Nameless Fetus. I'm gonna send Ralsei for that again, just because I think he'd benefit more from the prudence boost. Oh wait, we could get perfect, please. Ah, it doesn't do anything good or anything, but it's just satisfying. I would have liked it. Okay, we got all the equipment for this thing, so now we don't have to touch it ever again. The only reason I'd ever touch it is it does make more energy than all my other abnormalities at the moment, but even still, the risk associated with it means it's probably not worth it. Yeah, exactly, Basil. I told you could do it. You got it perfect. Basil is killing it, my guy. Oh, wait. No. No. That was a normal. Okay, the counter better not go down. If the counter goes down, I'm literally just peacing out this day. This is why I hate this thing. We can't do anything about that. Like, we did everything perfectly and we still just might die. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. I think I'm getting out of here. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. That sucks, but it do be like that. Okay, so Nico officially has maximum fortitude. Somehow lost prudence. Wait, didn't that happen last day? Okay, right, well, whatever. Robertus didn't really get much changes, just slightly better stats. Justice 4. Ralsei's up to Temperance 4, that makes sense. Getting their Justice closer. And Basil's up to Fortitude 3. Which actually means that Basil can now work on Bloodbath if he wants, although he probably wouldn't want to, it's probably not useful. I really hate to bail out like that, but yeah. That's why I hated taking this abnormality, but the alternative, like, was either take a button that's going to destroy everything, And also won't give us any benefits because if we touch it, we die, so you can't even get its weapons or armor. I don't even think it has weapons or armor, technically. It was either that, or take a teddy bear, which, again, it's not like the teddy bear is bad, it's just, it's really boring in my opinion, and I don't think its equipment is good, if I remember right, so, like, eh. The tree simply reaped from what it sowed. Excessive aspiration would bring about unwarranted frenzy. Many of those who underwent an operation inside the machine have found themselves rested and healthy again. So this is our 4th abnormality for the information team, which once again means that it's guaranteed to be an item abnormality. Now, as I said, I kind of already don't like item abnormalities, so of course I can tell you I don't think I want to take this one. Well, actually, this one isn't bad. If I remember right, this is the Heart of Aspiration, and its gimmick is that taking it will increase the health of your employees, but then if they don't use that health to fight something, then they will die. Which, to be fair, compared to some of the other item ones, this isn't that bad. Because it's technically actually useful even after you know what it does. Like, there's a lot of them where you learn what it does and then you never use them again. And this one, like, you learn what it does, and I could actually see yourself using it. Because technically you just have to make sure they fight something, which is not that hard. It's just that, you know, obviously it's not a good idea to just use whenever you want and then forget about. This one, I don't remember everything about, but I'm pretty sure this is basically a machine that shuffles your stats and makes them better technically, but then if you use it too much, it starts making them much, much worse. And I feel like I almost want to take this one, but I don't know. I don't trust it. I feel like I'm gonna think that I know it better than I actually know it, and then I'm gonna lose all my stats on someone. I'm gonna get like a 5-rank employee all down to 1. This one though, I feel like I probably have already seen it based on this quote, but I don't actually know what it is. I'm trying to think of what it is, and I'm drawing a blank, so I'm gonna pick it. Manager, among these 3 letters of the alphabet, A, B, or C, which would you select? Okay. I've been defending this game's story, but I do have to say, this is the dumbest fucking question ever. Why not B? So you picked one. Good. Now please listen carefully. People who choose B are detail-orientated. They are rational, realistic, and honest to their needs, even to the point where others may perceive them as snobs. However, the pursuit of practical interest and the tendency to avoid loss will lead them to success. What can I say? B gang rise up. Personally, I dislike the I'm getting more and more reasons to want to delete Angela. This is a new pastime among the employees. I find it rather uninteresting. You know what? I find it rather uninteresting too. There is no scientific basis behind the observations, but it is admittedly a little fun to waste time with these quote-unquote tests. You know, maybe I could imagine whether I would have been this or that kind of person if I were human. Is it too hard for me to think about that? The letter Z. Zoo. Oh, Ox. Hey, that's cheating. That's not a place at all. Doesn't count. Oops. I didn't know you were here, Sephiroth, you sods, sir. Sorry, I know we aren't supposed to Slack during work hours, but he insisted we... What? You started it! You wanted to get back from me for the last time, remember? Shut it, you dork. I'll think about the appropriate response for this case later. You two focus on your work. Of course, Sephiroth, sir, we're sorry. Looks like word chaining is starting to become one of the more popular pastimes here again. You happen to enjoy word chaining, manager? His son begins to get lost in thought. James, you know you can't enter the cell for work when your mental corruption level's above 80%. It's against the rules. I know, just this once, please. You know what happens if I fail to finish the assigned work regime? Besides, you know how Sally went in at 82% one time and came out fine? And I'm only at 81%, please? Come on, what are friends for? Act so strict that the employees will end up isolating you. It'll be so lonely. Just kidding. Even if all the employees were to hate you, I'll still be your friend, a playmate. You know that the word playmate has no place in this cup. I was about to say, like, I'm very surprised that's the word he chose. Whoops, my bad. Anyway, can I get back to work now? My lord, you sod. Don't forget that I cut you some slack yesterday when you were playing word chain. Fine, but just this once. And make sure to take a psychological examination right afterwards. You bet. Thanks, Lussard. See you in a bit. At times, I see hallucinations when I change my clothes.
Through the clothing, I can see my skin covering with festering boils. Of course, my body is perfectly fine when I open my eyes. It has come to a point where I've begun to find the sight of my normal skin strange and unnatural. I can't help but ask myself, why is my body intact? Why is it not rotting? I've asked the other Sephiroth about these visions, but it seems I'm the only one who experiences this.
Alright then, complete 6 attachment work. So anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.